Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Ruchi Agarwal. I welcome you to web-based programming class. Today we will discuss about functions, passing by value and passing by reference, and inbuilt function. In the last lecture we have discussed about declaration, calling, and basics of function. So coming to passing arguments by reference. So as you know, there are two different ways of passing the arguments. The first, which is most common, is passing by value or call by value, and the second is passing by reference or call by reference. So in the last lecture, the examples that we have done so far, we have used call by value. While invoking the function, we pass the value and value is assigned to the corresponding variable in the function. In call by reference, instead of the variable's value being passed, the corresponding variable in the function directly refers to the passed variable. So it is possible to pass arguments to function by reference. This means a reference to a variable is manipulated by the function rather than a copy of the variable's value. Any changes made to an argument in these cases will change the value of the original variable. You can pass an argument by reference by adding an ampersand to the variable name in either the function call or the function definition. So let's have a look at an example for call by value and references. So we are going to write a function for swapping two numbers. So in call by value for swapping two numbers, the function name is swap, function swap, and passing two parameters n1 and n2. In temporary variable, we are assigning the value of n1 in temp variable, and the value of n2 we are passing to n1, and in the temp, whatever value we have stored of n1, that value we are again assigning to n2. So this is a code for swapping the values of n1 and n2. We are initializing $A is equal to 10 and $B is equal to 20. We are printing before swapping and we want to print the value of A and B. Then we are calling the swap function. And then we will write again after swapping, and we want to print the value of A and B after swapping. So the content, what we will see, the content of $A and $B have not changed. This is because the code creates a variable $A and $B with the value 10 and 20. It then calls the function swap. Variables $N1 and $N2 are created inside the function, and the values of $A and $B are copied to $N1 and $N2. And then the swapping process happens inside the function. Now we return to the code that called it. The swapping has happened between $N1 and $N2, which is not reflected in $A and $B. So the better approach is to use call by reference for this problem. When a parameter is passed to a function, instead of creating a new variable, the function receives a reference to the original variable. This reference has a variable name beginning with a dollar sign and can be used in exactly the same way as another variable. The difference is that rather than having a value of its own, it merely refers to the original. So any modification made to the reference will affect the original. So this swap function can be modified as like this. You put the dollar sign before, you put the ampersand sign before the $N1 and ampersand sign before $N2, and the code for swapping will remain same, and you again print the value of A and B. So the output will be 10 and 20 before swapping, and after swapping the value of A and B will be changed, 20 and 10. So in the call by reference, we placed an ampersand before the parameter name in the function's definition. no change is required in the function call. So we will get the desired output. Let's see one more example. Here we have one function add 5. You're passing $num. Num is equal to number plus 5. We have one function add 6. You are passing ampersand $num, and $num is equal to num plus 6. So you are assigning one variable original number is equal to 10, and you are passing add 5 original number. So original number is 10. 10 plus 5 10 plus 5 is 15. So ideally you are adding 5, so it should return 15. But you will see the original value when you print original value is $originum. So the value will be original number is 10. Then when you are calling add 6 and you are passing original number, so here since you are using call by reference, you have used the ampersand sign before the $num, so it will actually work on the original value, original variable. So it will add 6 and the output will be the new value is 16. Now coming to built-in functions. So one of the things that make PHP so easy to use is the wealth of built-in functions. These functions act as tools to simplify and speed up many of the everyday tasks required during the creation of full-fledged application. So there are built-in functions in PHP for working with just about everything an application requires, such as the strings, arrays, databases, dates and times, email IDs, numbers, even functions for working with other functions and so on. It is possible to cover all the built-in functions, but we will be discussing few of them. There are many built-in functions. So like print is there. This print function accepts a string as an argument and output to a browser. It works with or without parentheses. Next, include function. It allows embedding one file inside another. Just as in print function, the parenthesis for include function is also optional. It depends up to you whether you want to use or not. Next is header. This function allows sending a raw HTTP header to the client browser. Most of its applications are technical, but one of its most common usage is relatively simple, redirecting a user elsewhere, that is to another URL. So this has the same effect as the meta redirection tag in HTML. This will redirect the browser to load a different page. If the header function is used, it must be called before sending any information to the browser, either from PHP or HTML. If not, then an error such as header already sent will be displayed. This function also takes a second parameter, which is optional and can hold either true or false to determine if the current header should replace the previous header. By default, it is true. However, if false is passed as the second argument, multiple headers of the same type can be forced. Next is PHP info. PHP info function is used to describe the version and a host of other attributes of the PHP runtime installed at and bound to the web server. This information is displayed in tabular form in a browser and is useful for troubleshooting the PHP installation. Like PHP information function options include like info underscore general. It describes like the configuration line, php.ini location, build date, web server, system, and some more information. Next is info underscore credits. So it will give PHP credits. Info underscore configuration. It will give local and master values for PHP directives. We have next is info underscore modules. It will load the modules, all the loaded modules. Info underscore in environment, it will give environment variable information. Then we have info underscore variable. It will give all predefined variables from environment, get, post, cookie, server. Then info underscore license is there, which will give PHP license information. We have info underscore all. It shows all the above information that we have discussed: info underscore general, info underscore credits, info underscore configuration, then info underscore modules, info underscore environment, variables, license. All the information will be given by info underscore all. So this is the default value actually. Now coming to array functions. We have discussed in the array lecture also. Many functions we have discussed while doing array. So few of them like array, to create an array. For sorting an array, we use sort. Then we have array underscore unique to remove duplicate values from an array. We have count to count the number of elements in an array. If you want to return an array in the reverse order, we will use array underscore reverse. So we have discussed earlier also so many functions in the array lecture. You can refer that also. We have many string functions are also there. Character functions are also there, like ctype underscore upper. It checks if all of the characters in the provided string are uppercase characters. Then ctype underscore digit, it checks if all the characters in the provided string text are numeric. Ctype underscore alpha, it checks if all the characters in the provided string text are alphabetic. So there are many other categories also for inbuilt functions. So in PHP, we have so many inbuilt functions. Thank you. Have a good day.